name. My bad, bruh. But more footage from that event has come out and resurfaced. But more importantly, it's this little 5-second clip right here of Caitlin Clark actually kicking this damn soccer ball that has fans like, wow. So this is the clip here. Let me see if I can get it blown up and start it over. That little clip right there, I believe that's Caitlin Clark's brother in the background there. That little clip right there has
Recent footage has emerged showing Caitlin Clark participating in physical activities during her community outreach efforts in Iowa, raising questions about her current injury status. The video clips captured the basketball star engaging with a soccer ball using the leg that was reportedly injured, sparking widespread discussion among fans and observers. The footage originates from Clark's Charitable Foundation event in Des Moines, Iowa, where she was dedicating newly constructed basketball courts to local youth. This marks the second consecutive year Clark has organized such community initiatives, having previously assisted over 500 children in the area. Similar events have also taken place in Indianapolis, where Clark currently resides during the basketball season. During the community gathering, Clark was observed cutting ribbons, distributing backpacks to children, and participating in various recreational activities.
Right there has definitely drew a lot of eyes, man. As Caitlin Clark is supposed to be injured right now, and she's not supposed to be doing things like that. They told her to take it easy, but it looked like she don't give a damn. She doing what she want to do, dog. Now, she did speak and more
kids in the community, and we're able to do it again this year. Lucky enough to do this last year and help over 500 kids in the community, and we're able to do it again this year here. We also did it in Indianapolis, where I now live.
The event showcased her commitment to youth development and community engagement, providing positive role model experiences for local families. The brief video showing Clark's interaction with the soccer ball has generated significant attention, particularly given the current narrative surrounding her physical condition. Medical advice reportedly suggested limiting physical activity, yet the footage appears to contradict these recommendations. Clark addressed the gathering, expressing her appreciation for the opportunity to return to Des Moines and continue these annual charitable efforts. She emphasized the personal significance of the location and her intention to maintain these community connections throughout her career. Meanwhile, team developments continue with new roster additions.
Indianapolis, where I now live, but it's always fun for myself to come back here and be in Des Moines. Obviously, this place means so much to me, and I hope to be able to continue to come back here and do this every year. Lucky enough to do this last year and help over 500.
Yeah, so Caitlin Clark did this in Indianapolis, and then here's another clip of her out there with the kids shooting around. But this is like the coolest thing ever, man. And I told y'all, don't too many people report on this stuff. Report on her doing things like this, so that's the benefit of,
Chloe Bibby recently joined the squad on a 7-day contract and has already made notable contributions. The Australian player discussed her transition process, citing teammate and coaching staff support as crucial factors in her quick adaptation. Bibby identified jet lag as her primary challenge when joining the team, though she noted receiving 10 hours of sleep recently helped her adjustment. She highlighted her shooting ability and pace as qualities that complement the team's existing system. Concerns have emerged regarding officiating consistency across different games and players. Comparative analysis of foul calls between Clark and other players, particularly rookie Paige Beckers, has revealed apparent disparities in referee treatment.
Report on her doing things like this, so that's the benefit of subscribing here to our channel. Is that I'm gonna give you the real, bro.
Be able to use at the school event.
I'm gonna give you the real, and this is dope, man. Despite everything that is going on with the basketball season, Caitlin Clark is making it her business to get back to those kids. Be there for those kids, give out backpacks, and be a positive role model. I wish we could say this about a lot of WNBA players, but a lot of those women are not positive role models. I just have to.
Video evidence suggests similar physical contact receives different officiating responses depending on the players involved. One particular sequence showed Clark experiencing contact that went uncalled, while comparable situations involving other players resulted in foul calls. Head coach Stephanie White has previously acknowledged the physical challenges Clark faces during games, noting an elevated level of contact that seems specifically directed toward her. White expressed uncertainty about the reasoning behind this treatment, but emphasized the need to help Clark adapt and potentially use this physicality to her advantage. The coaching staff recognizes the overall increase in physical play throughout the league compared to previous seasons. This trend affects game strategy and player development approaches, requiring constant adjustments in preparation and execution.
Say this about a lot of WNBA players, but a lot of those women are not positive role models. I just have to be honest, man. Would you want your kids pulling up to some of these WNBA player events? Let's just keep it real. So this is Caitlin Clark back home in Iowa. So as y'all can see there, man, she's giving out the backpacks, cutting the ribbons, and it's just a beautiful thing. I just got to be honest, man. It's just real dope to see her doing this. Now, in other news, Chloe Bibby did speak to the media. And what's crazy about all of this is that Chloe Bibby,
social media discussions have highlighted these officiating inconsistencies, with fans and analysts questioning why certain players appear to receive more favorable treatment from referees. The debate extends beyond individual calls to broader questions about league priorities and player protection. Statistical analysis of foul calls and physical contact patterns reveals concerning trends that may impact competitive balance. These disparities become particularly notable when considering the different levels of defensive attention various players receive. The ongoing dialogue about officiating standards reflects broader concerns about league development and fan engagement. Consistent application of rules remains essential for maintaining competitive integrity and viewer confidence.
is that Chloe Bibby has made an instrumental impact already, and she's on a 7-day contract. Now, people saying that Damtress is in trouble. I don't think she is. She's not better than Damtress, guys. Like, don't get fooled with the clickbait. But this is what she had to say here, man. Let's see if we can get this pulled up. I don't think it's very long at all.
So well so quickly. Why do you think it fit in with your mix here?
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone has on.
Clark's community work continues receiving positive recognition, contrasting with some criticisms directed toward other league personalities. Her charitable efforts demonstrate commitment to youth development and positive social impact beyond basketball achievements. The foundation's basketball court installations provide lasting infrastructure improvements for local communities. These facilities will serve children for years to come, extending the impact far beyond single events or appearances. Documentation of these community initiatives helps showcase the positive influence professional athletes can have on local populations. Such efforts contribute to building stronger connections between sports figures and their supporting communities.
So well so quickly. Why do you think it fit in with your mix here?
Yeah, well, I mean, everyone has honestly just been super lovely and really helpful, just trying to help me get the plays and, you know, feel comfortable. So really kudos to all my teammates and the coaches for really making me feel comfortable. So all I had to do was shoot the ball.
Yeah. What was the hardest part maybe of the fit in here?
The jet lag, to be honest. That's probably it. Everyone else people-wise has been amazing. So it's been easy to slide right in, but the sleep, that's probably got me.
You feel like you're getting caught up yet?
Yeah, I think I have like 10 hours the other day, so I feel good.
Team chemistry and roster management remain ongoing considerations as new players integrate into existing systems. Short-term contracts provide opportunities for evaluation while maintaining competitive depth during challenging periods. International players like Bibby bring different perspectives and skills that can enhance team capabilities. Their successful integration often depends on organizational support and teammate acceptance during transition periods. The balance between individual player treatment and overall league development continues generating discussion among stakeholders. Fair officiating remains fundamental to maintaining competitive credibility and fan investment in outcomes.
10 hours the other day, so I feel good.
What part of your game do you think fits in best here?
I think just my fast pace and ability to shoot the ball. I think I can space the floor, so I think that's, you know, key and can help.
So that was pretty much her speaking to the fans, man. I want to know your thoughts right now. Bruh, that I'm about to show y'all right now. Roll it. Now, that was the play that people was calling.
The recent stalking case involving Caitlin Clark represents a troubling situation that no athlete should face. This incident highlights broader safety concerns within professional women's basketball as Clark joins other players who have experienced similar harassment. The problem extends beyond individual cases and affects multiple athletes across the sport. The WNBA organization provided minimal assistance during this ordeal. Primary responsibility for addressing the threat fell to Pacers Sports and Entertainment, while the league itself remained largely uninvolved. The WNBA Players Association similarly offered little support, leaving Clark to handle much of the situation through private resources.
To stop this, to be honest, the WNBA did nothing to stop it. It was all Pacers Sports and Entertainment. And there was a lot of I remember there was a lot of really weird things in the WNBA media when they were like, some of like the bad actors in WNBA media were as good as saying that Caitlin Clark should, the people that demand Caitlin Clark speak on everything, they demanded Caitlin Clark speak on this topic here. And I'm like,
Certain media figures inappropriately demanded that Clark publicly address the stalking incident. These requests placed additional pressure on someone already dealing with harassment and safety concerns. Such expectations demonstrate poor judgment regarding victim advocacy and appropriate media coverage of sensitive situations. Clark possessed sufficient resources to pursue legal action independently, unlike many other players who might lack similar means. This disparity raises questions about how the league protects athletes with varying financial capabilities. The organization appears to apply inconsistent standards when addressing player safety concerns.
did Caitlin Clark speak on this topic here? And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this was an absolutely crazy one to try to demand that Caitlin Clark should speak out on, getting stalked. And, like, we're obviously not going into crazy detail on this. And, like, the WNBA, the fact is, again, it was all Pacers Sports Entertainment. And it was not...
The perpetrator received a prison sentence of 2.5 years, which provides some measure of justice. Court proceedings revealed disturbing behavior patterns, including prophecies about world endings and social media posts describing repeated surveillance of Clark's residence. The defendant also received recommendations for mental health treatment during incarceration. This outcome contrasts with another recent case involving player Paige Bueckers, where the stalker received only suspended sentencing and probation rather than jail time. The difference in consequences highlights inconsistencies in how courts handle athlete harassment cases. The convicted individual engaged in extremely concerning behavior, including posting about driving past Clark's home multiple times daily.
It was all Pacers Sports Entertainment, and it was not dealt with at all by the WNBPA, anything. Like, Caitlin Clark had to take matters into her own hand for it. Like, it was one of those things where, like, the WNBA, basically Caitlin had to go and do it all herself. She's getting stalked. And the thing is, like, Caitlin Clark absolutely had.
Such actions created legitimate fear and disruption in the victim's life. The prison sentence ensures temporary removal from society while providing Clark some peace of mind. Mental health issues may contribute to stalking behavior, but psychological problems do not excuse criminal actions or justify reduced accountability. Many serious crimes involve individuals with mental health challenges, yet public safety requires appropriate consequences regardless of underlying conditions. Pacers Sports and Entertainment deserves recognition for effectively handling the investigation and working with law enforcement. Their efforts led to successful prosecution and incarceration of the threat.
She's getting stalked. And the thing is, like, Caitlin Clark absolutely has the ability to do that. Whereas there's going to be other players in the league that are stalked that don't have the means. And the WNBA clearly picks and chooses, and the same with the WNBPA. They pick and choose who they care about as just human beings. And the league, or the PA and the league, don't care about her specifically as a human being. And, like, this was the one situation where you're like, it's been bad. But it says here, he's been sentenced to prison where he belongs. Resolution ensures
Clark likely employed additional private security measures to maintain focus on basketball performance while addressing safety concerns. The 2-year sentence may seem insufficient given the severity of the harassment and potential for escalation. Longer incarceration periods might better protect both the specific victim and society generally. However, any imprisonment represents progress compared to cases where stalkers receive minimal consequences. Unfortunately, similar incidents will likely occur again as professional women's basketball gains popularity and visibility.
Belongs where he belongs. Resolution ensures the defendant is held accountable for his threatening actions, the fear he instilled, and disruption he caused. He will now spend the next 2.5 years in the Department of Correction. The victim will be able to have peace of mind while focusing on what matters to her. I don't know if that's enough. Lewis, who prophesied during Monday's courtroom proceedings that the end of the world is coming, also was recommended to get mental health treatment. You can't help yourself until you get help. But he was tweeting crazy.
2 prominent young players have faced stalking situations within a single year, suggesting a broader pattern requiring systematic response rather than individual case management. The league must develop comprehensive player safety protocols to address harassment and stalking proactively. Currently, the organization appears more concerned with investigating social media controversies than protecting athletes from genuine physical threats. This priority imbalance needs correction through policy changes and resource allocation. Media personalities who suggested Clark should publicly discuss her stalking experience demonstrated poor professional judgment.
But he was tweeting crazy stuff. Like, again, been driving around your house 3 times a day. Like, just crazy things that he was saying. And look, at the end of the day, he was caught. And just like they caught the guy for Page, and the guy with Page says he was given a 1-year suspended sentence and 3 years probation. Like, it was like, it's not like they didn't help. Thankfully, this guy's in jail, just like the Page stalker should have been in jail. The Page stalker absolutely should have been in jail.
Pressuring harassment victims to speak publicly about their trauma serves no legitimate purpose and potentially causes additional harm. Such suggestions reflect misguided approaches to sports journalism and victim advocacy. League leadership should implement dedicated safety departments capable of receiving player reports and coordinating with law enforcement agencies. Such systems need not require enormous financial investment but could significantly improve athlete protection. Estimated costs might involve 3 to 4 employees totaling several $100,000 annually across all teams.
It is one of those things that the WNBA very clearly needed to need to make sure that their players, there is something when it comes to the players. There is something when it comes to these players that they've got, like, they have some protections, and like they're all
player safety should represent a non-negotiable priority independent of collective bargaining negotiations. Basic human security transcends financial discussions and competitive concerns. The league must commit resources to protection services regardless of other budget considerations. Indiana Fever organization handled this situation effectively by working closely with law enforcement and ensuring successful prosecution. Their approach provides a model for other teams facing similar challenges.
Like, they have some protections, and like they're all talking about paying players, doing all these things. Like, there has to be something there where if these issues are happening, you can report it, the league can investigate, and the league can see what they would do. Like, would WNBA players probably abuse that? I don't know. Players probably would. Like, players would probably report people sharing the in-game footage of Cat Copper yesterday.
The franchise's response demonstrated appropriate concern for player welfare and public safety. Some critics inappropriately opposed Clark even during her stalking ordeal, revealing disturbing attitudes about athlete harassment. Such responses ignore basic human decency and suggest problematic perspectives on victim support. These reactions highlight concerning aspects of contemporary sports discourse. The conviction and imprisonment outcome represents the appropriate resolution